Hello, hello, hello. Today is not a combo guide, tier list, play this character, or any type of influence upon what your decisions may be on picking a character. However, we're doing a series of case studies on all characters of the game so we can make more informed decisions on our characters picks or fighting against them. And today we are doing Kid Bizzle, Kid Buu. Now, at a glance, Kid Buu is a nightmare. I think he's been a nightmare ever since the Tenkaichi series. With great Kamehamehas from here, Candy Beam, the infamous Stomp, and all these array of options. Multiple hitting overhead. So Kid Buu at a glance, he feels like he has everything, but he's a maniacal genius. That's what we're gonna call Kid Buu today, the maniacal genius. So if we go through zones, let's go up close. So up close, we always talk about close, mid, and far. Now up close, Kid Buu does have an array of tools. He has 5L, not a lot of range, but is -3. That's really good for him. It's safe, 2L safe. He can do 2L, 2L. He can't do 5L, 4L, 4L. Put the commands on so you can see. It's LL -3 as well, which is really good. That's not many characters have a -3 LL. Good for him extending pressure or even just ending it there, which is safe. 5M is -5 as well, so if Kid Buu can end his strings into this 5M. His 2M is -10. He can also do 1M, so 3 different directions he's got here. He can do 3M, 2M, and 1M. All of them very punishable on obviously on whiff. If they whiff, you are punished for -35 that you see there. So he can hit you from here and confirm his combo. 5H, obviously -9, only one of his few minus moves, and his 2H being one on the faster end, being -3. Kid Buu, as I showed before, has a unique jump in. He does have. Let me do it on another character. Be easier. Kid Buu does have a multiple hitting overhead. I mean jump in, actually it's not all overhead. I see that the medium isn't. The medium isn't an overhead. That's a change they did. So he's got a medium like that, as you see there. Until the second hit, it's obviously not an overhead. He can go straight to the low. So yeah, Kid Buu's got quite a few options from the sky. Now that's him obviously at the close range, so he went through his buttons. Air buttons, he's got jump L, jump M, that's there, jump H. Supers. Kid Buu has the Earth Distinction. Rest in peace, the whole world. And he has an Air Super. And obviously his level 3, where he destroys the planet. Now obviously we're not here to talk about those. Let's quickly go into his specials. So he's got S. As you see there, -3 from there. So it's really good. To kind of end your strings in. It's only -3, and the range leave everything. Kid Buu's always -3, so Kid Buu leaves situations where you kind of have to just guess what's going there. He's got 2S by itself is -7, so he is punishable, but he can do 2S and either cancel into a dash or 2S cancelled into which is 236H, which is his ball. L version leaves him on the ground really fast, -4. M version in the air. H version like that. Now, as his specials, he also has Gumball, which allows Kid Buu himself to set up really unique situations where you're going to make you block. And also Kamehameha, so if you do it in the air, and Candy Beam. Now that's going over the buttons and special and stuff, and now we want to delve more into to Kid Buu. What's Kid Buu really looking for? What is his game plan? And what characters help with this? Now Kid Buu as a character himself, he's very good at, obviously his buttons can control. He has a 1M, the 3M, and a 2M. So at mid, up close and far, he has an option for all the ranges. So if he plays from a far away game, he has the Kamehameha. If you have a assist like Janemba, you can kind of confirm there. So if you get Janemba, get on. Let's do it again. you can kind of confirm there, or even just run up forward. So really helpful there from that range, or even himself. He himself can confirm as well. Now that's at the far range. Mid range, he does have his 2Ms. A bit on the slow end, as you saw. These are all 17 compared to 10, so it's a bit on the slower end. So he can confirm with whatever he wants to confirm from there. So what he's kind of looking for, Kid Buu himself, as a character, his kind of go-to is this, the Gumball. So a lot of characters help him set it up. So if we just go to, it's the Gumball. This move here, if you see, is plus 41. So if you find a way to kind of set this up with the correct character, Kid Buu can set up really situations where your opponent has to kind of block. And more importantly in this season, as obviously 0.5 bar, there's 0.5 bar now, so if you put on Bardock, let's do Bardock A, and Kid Buu does, that's all of a true string. So stuff like that. So using 2S into this, unless your opponent reflects, if we put here, unless your opponent reflects immediately, they have to reflect the 2S itself. Otherwise, they're going to block all of this, as you see from there. So if we do it with hit assist, you see that? So there, Kid Buu can set up really devastating high-low situations where your opponent really has to kind of react there. So using that 2S and spending half a bar is the one win condition that Kid Buu can have, setting up from there. Another thing that helps Kid Buu, you saw he's really a tyrant from far, but is getting in. So Kid Buu really needs a bit of assistance getting in. So if we have the Janemba assist here. So even though Kid Buu has all of these moves to kind of invite his opponent, aside from that, Kid Buu's got to like do all of this. So he uses a lot of assists that kind of help him. So we have Adult Gohan. If we put him on, traditionally you could play him with obviously C assists. So if Kid Buu's here, Gohan can help us get in, so we can start that Janemba stuff and start mixing you up there. So he's either looking for partners that allow him to set up this unique situation, depending on your assist. If you have the correct assist of Adult Gohan, let's say that'll be the machine gun punch. That's one more time. Never done it before. So setting up assists like that, or a setting up with where Kid Buu himself can kind of mix you up there. So there's a lot that Kid Buu has there, especially even the elbow. So sorry, one more time. If you do elbow, even faster. Give me a second. Oof, needs to be really fast. There we go. Oof. Anyway, you get the gist. You just got a bit of practice. You can choose the character you do that with. Try it one more time. There you go. So you can create situations. So he's looking for assists that allow him to either have enough blocks done, but allow him to mix between obviously the 2S and this, or even simply just doing a raw 236M, but I said your opponent can reflect there, or setting up this. If you can't get in that way, he kind of likes assists that allow him to kind of get into that. If we do Gohan C assists that allow him to kind of do easy confirms full screen. He doesn't mind, so he's okay with that because Kid Buu's got an S. So Kid Buu's got a good S. 1 second. So he's got a good 2SS, the follow up. So it's really helpful for him. 5S, sorry. 5S. He can get a good follow up there with a bunch of C assists or other assists to help him capitalize on it. Or we saw with Janemba doing simple Kamehameha with Janemba, and then obviously confirming from there. Now that's Kid Buu as a character. Now if we do fighting against Kid Buu. Now fighting against Kid Buu, as we saw there, a lot of his stuff is -3. So Kid Buu, it's a strength that a lot of his stuff is -3. But Kid Buu by himself, he has to actually take a lot of risk up close. So up close, if the opponent decides to mash and Kid Buu, see, he can punish you. But Kid Buu has to take a lot of risk in what he's doing. So if he's doing here, and he wants to delay and stomps and tries to catch you out, that's something the opponent can be ready for. Or even simple things like when Kid Buu is doing H-ball. When he does this into H-ball, or this into backdash, or this into going forward, all of those are specific options that beat something. So if my opponent was to just sit there and press 5L, for instance, when I do 2L and dash, that would hit me. If I was to dash back, I won't hit me this time. If I was to do this into this, I would hit them. So Kid Buu's got all these, or S, 5S. See right there? Depending on the character, I'll get beat there. So Kid Buu really has to take a lot of risk. So when you're playing against Kid Buu players, it does feel like they might have a lot of advantage, but they do have to take some risk, especially in their strings. And when they end, to restart pressure, as in he has lots of -3, -5, but that doesn't essentially mean he's at advantage. So he does have to take some type of risk to kind of continue pressure. Like this, you just have to delay. If he decides to go candy thing by himself, he gets hit. Now mid-range, Kid Buu as well. He does have obviously 2M, but aside from 2M and obviously round start 5H, Kid Buu doesn't really have anything here. Kid Buu has to risk throwing 5S, and throwing ball, which is not that. I see 26 frames, so it's not that fast. So he does have to take some risk here. So when fighting against Kid Buu at the mid-range, any 5S here is punishable. But by super dash, if you see any of these whiff, you can a nifty opponent, if they are really good, they see this happen, they can obviously IAD in to get some space. So that's what. Wait, let me change character. Gohan. So you kind of have to be wary there as Kid Buu. So you have to be wary at that space when obviously when you are Kid Buu. Just being wary when you are in the mid range. And most importantly is his damage. So Kid Buu throughout the game's life, obviously he's been changed. His damage. Traditionally, a lot of characters, if there was a Gohan for instance, and hit with a 2M, this is kind of a death sentence for most of the cast. So most characters getting hit by this are going to lose at least nearly 50%, including a super. Kid Buu, because of obviously the changes in the game, his damage in these areas isn't kind of the highest, but it's not the lowest either. So it's not too bad when he hits you obviously with the 1M. But aside from that, if Kid Buu hits you right, if you are pressing in a string, Kid Buu's a lot of his stray hits obviously come from this, and you're not really gonna die from it. So he's doing a shed load of damage, but you're not gonna actually die. So all the times people choose to challenge, if you challenge here, if you choose to challenge during this and you get hit by this, you're not gonna die for it, unless obviously he has the assist that was gonna help him. So if Kid Buu does have the assist, has the right partners, he can extend. But by himself, Kid Buu isn't really gonna damage you. So if he hits you with, let's say, me for a block for instance, show you a better option. Say for instance I got hit by this option, I'm not gonna die from that. That's an L starter. So I'm not really gonna die from that if Kid Buu's by himself or he's solo. So he really has to kind of rely on his partners to kind of help unlock that damage. There's an array of partners you can choose from to kind of help him with Kid Buu in that area. Let's go back to character select screen. So yes, Kid Buu, the maniacal tyrant. So Kid Buu, at a glance, we had Janemba and Gohan, right? Yeah, Janemba and Gohan. So Kid Buu, as we talk about as a character, he really wants to get inside and start that rock paper scissors game. Now Kid Buu with meter, obviously with 0.5 meter, we saw he has access to doing 236H. Obviously it's reflectable, but again, that's that rock paper scissors game that Kid Buu allows by using the 236H, the 214S, the gumball, and characters allow him to do that. So allow him to get in. So if we really want to get in with Kid Buu, we're looking at assists like he's really great with C assists. We saw from far. He can do 5SS and confirm with a lot of C assists, and allow him to put his opponent in a corner where they have less options. Or if you want to go for A assist or B assist, allow him to do strings into gumball or strings into 236H. They help. We have assists like Janemba's A assist that obviously help him for extensions from full screen. But as we saw, he really likes that rock paper scissors game. So hopefully maybe you could use someone like Janemba or someone else that could help you. On the other side, we had Bardock and Hit, I believe. So V assists are really helpful, especially Hit's A assist. That's someone that could really, you can see, really helping someone like Kid Buu while they're doing this kind of rock paper scissors game up close. And Bardock with his A assist and his B assist are really helpful to helping Kid Buu set up those strings in which his opponent will have to make a guess of those high-low situations. Now, fighting against Kid Buu, we also talked about he does have to take risks up close. So that's something to be worried about, knowing when it's your time to take risks, and how much health you have, and deliberating on that is really help you in fighting Kid Buu. At mid-range, Kid Buu does have a risk there, so at far he does have Kamehameha, but aside from Kamehameha and Candy Beam, which are punishable in their own right, Kid Buu isn't really forcing the issue. So from far and mid-range, he does have to take some sort of risk versus your character, so that's something to be wary of. And his damage, his solo damage by himself, Kid Buu, it's not that it's laughable, but it's kind of on the lower end. So it is something, while you're doing these rock paper scissors options, a lot of people may take the risk or the initiative up close because you might not die for it if he doesn't have a partner or be able to DHC. So yeah, I hope that helps someone. If you want to keep talking more about this, just leave a comment in the comment section. As always, I want to create a community where we really talk about characters, really discuss in detail, and really create critical thought when we choose our characters and how we can help them. So yeah, that's about Kid Buu. As always, leave a like and all sorts, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.